Inside Edition, weeknights at 6 on KAUT Freedom 43 TV.
Listen to this. Archbishop Robert Wise was chosen by Pope Francis to be the apostolic representative for Christian unity, and you can hear part of his inspirational message starting today. Joining us this morning, well, we have him right here. We also have our Christian mystic, Leslie Draper, joining us today. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. I cannot wait to hear a little bit more about this how you got to meet Pope Francis. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we had known Pope Francis before he became Pope. When he was Mario Bergoglio, the Archbishop of Buenos Aires, and when he walked out on the balcony after Benedict XVI resigned, we looked up and here was this guy that we knew, and he's going, "Please pray for me." Pope Francis is the most humble man I have ever met of anybody, anywhere. Wow. Kind, gracious, intelligent, humble. And in his heart is a call for unity without uniformity. That means whatever you believe is okay, but we can get along, we can create a new kind of sense of the world going forward without clashing, fighting. So he's asked me to call both Protestants, Catholics, and Jews into a new relationship of caring, concern, in which we transcend these old divisions in which we used to fight and have conflicts. So I go around, I talk to priests, I talk to churches, I talk to Jewish groups, and I find that people are really encouraged.
Good.
Really encouraged.
Well, that's some great news to hear. And then there's a podcast, if Leslie, if you want to talk about this, a podcast coming out starting at 1 today. Tell us a little bit about what's going to be in that message.
It is how we can overcome those differences and come to the table and have a discussion on unity. It gives examples of how we can do this, where we can start, and it is a callforunity.org. And at 1 o'clock it will be available for you. There's also going to be some YouTube videos on there and some other things so that we can really start to have the conversation of coming together in a place of peace, saying you can believe what you believe, I can believe what I can believe, but we can still have a peaceful community and we can still have a peaceful nation.
Yeah, so how did you two meet? I would like to
Well, of all things, we met in a restaurant. I write books. I've written about 34 books, and I was with a friend of mine who's an author, Leslie. Sharon Sala is a very outstanding romantic novelist type person. Okay. And we eat lunch together quite frequently, and Leslie walked by, and she knew Leslie, and she had a relationship, and she introduced us, and I was working on a book at that time on miracles and angels, and we just clicked on that subject. I don't meet a whole lot of people who talk to angels.
Right.
And, so
you do as well then? Hmm? You talk to angels as well?
I certainly try to.
Yeah. I mean, this is fantastic. I cannot wait to hear this podcast that comes out at 1 p.m. today. Of course, you can listen to it after that as many times as you want. It's a call for unity, and you can find that stream at acallforunity.org. Thank you so much for sharing your message with us, and we'll be right back on Rise and Shine.